Hello, I'm Mark Baker, President of the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, and I love flying. And AOPA, the world's largest community of pilots, is committed to preserving our freedom to fly. Most of my flying is for fun, but for pilots everywhere, also fly for the benefit of communities. We have a unique asset in the United States, a robust network of airports that are public use and for the most part, free. They support communities with security, medical transportation, firefighting, and training our next generation of pilots. But did you know our community airports are also bring economic engines that brings jobs, businesses, and opportunities to your community? There are too many local airports being closed or turned into shopping malls. This is a troubling trend that affects more than just a handful of aviators. Airport closings cost jobs and economic opportunity. This is the story of the remarkable network of thousands of community airports across the country as told by the people who know them best. I hope you listen. I hope you hear their important message. America cannot afford to lose another community airport.
Well, right now we are actually sitting in 727-200. I know it looks like an airliner behind me, but this is actually a classroom here located on our airport. You know, you can build 1 mile of road and you're going to go 1 mile. You build 1 mile of runway, you can go anywhere in the world. Communities want to grow, they want to have new business come in, and the airport is one of the most important assets that any city has.
Right now we probably have 7 to 9 employees. A glider license, if you're not a pilot, usually costs right around $5,000. We have a lot of people that fly gliders out of Central Florida, but we also have a bunch of Canadians that come down for the winter time. They bring their gliders down, they fly here, they use the restaurants, they bought homes here.
We had a state facility here, a mental hospital. It was vacant for years. It was not on the tax roll. This gentleman purchased it from the state, and he is putting in a training facility for our armed forces. He's bringing people in here from all over, and the airport will be the means of getting them here.
As Command Central for a long line of public servants, your community airport is critical to keeping your friends and family safe and healthy.
The Sheriff's Office had an aviation unit since the 60s, started with a fixed-wing aircraft, and then we've graduated over the years. Our primary call response is in-progress felonies, burglaries, robberies, carjackings, home invasions, things like that. Obviously with all the theme parks, a lot of our economy is based on tourism, so having our aviation unit here, I think that has a direct impact on our economy here in Orlando.
Angel Flight Southeast is a group of 650 volunteer pilots that donate their time, their fuel, their airplanes to be able to take sick people when they have to go long distances for medical help. The network of airports in this country is incredible. And we've got Angel Flight pilots in just about every airport in the U.S. And it's not always so easy to be able, for someone to be able to get to a commercial flight. I mean, and they've got to wait and go through TSA and take their time. It's difficult for them. And our pilots very often will be able to drive up to that local airport 5 minutes from their home, even drive the car directly through the gate and bring them right up to their airplane, get them right into that airplane and take off, where you just would not be able to do that with a commercial airline.
While community airports are often centers of serious business, they're also hubs for recreation and fun.
Sun and Fun International Flying and Expo is the second largest aviation and flying in the United States, and it is the largest exhibition in the state of Florida every single year. You can see anywhere from 200 to 300,000 people. It provides anywhere from a $50 to $60 million economic impact.
We're sitting at Seminole Lake Glider Port, just west of Orlando, and it's mainly a glider operation, but we do have powered aircraft here. We have all kinds of visitors that usually fly by and drop in. Every year we have an open house, and it'll be here at the house. And last year I think we had about 68 airplanes, a couple helicopters, and about 225 people.
Friends of Arcadia Airport was formed about 3.5 years ago. Since then, we have gone from 5 original members, and recently I checked and we have about 450 members. We hold 7 pancake breakfasts a year between October and April. Our first one of this season, we had 87 aircraft fly in. And when they come to the airport, they see our campground over here, and that word is spreading that the campground is available for pilots.
Our airport has changed dramatically. Ever since Friends of the Arcadia Airport have started, the campsite is full of aircraft. They go into our local businesses downtown. They've turned this airport into a destination. It's been a big deal.
Community airports are leading the transition to green technologies and environmental conservation.
We spent $5,000 to put in pilot control lighting, and it saved us $12,000 in the first year. We have 8.6 megawatts of solar on our airport. We're generating about 350 grand a year in utility credits. Right now it eats up about 92% of our utility bill. With the third phase going online, the utility company will have to write us a check at the end of the year.
AOPA supports STEM education, getting kids involved in aviation programs right in their own high schools.
We have a big impact on youth. Everybody knows that when you fly from a very young age, it has a dramatic impact on your goals.
Cradle to cockpit is really, a slogan or a phrase that we've kind of, we talk about internally. Our number one focus here at the end of the day is, building that next generation of aviators. There's 350 high school students going there currently today. It's all STEM-based education, all aviation, avionics, engineering, aerospace. It's a cool venue and a great place to learn.
This airplane was completely restored by teenagers from the Central Florida Aerospace Academy. This year alone, we soloed 50 high schoolers in an airplane. So the club's growing. We currently have 5 airplanes.
It's a remarkable experience. I've learned a lot working on this airplane for 2.5, 3 years that it took to restore it.
Aviation requires you to make good decisions all the time, and it doesn't suffer bad decisions very well. But the most important thing we get at the end of the day is we get young men and women who are responsible and make good decisions.
While we've heard about all the benefits of your community airport, what happens when an airport closes?
When an airport closes, it is not only disruptive, I could call it devastating. Sometimes the passenger might need to travel 20 minutes to be able to get to their nearest airport. That could mean making it 45 minutes or more. And when we only have 3 hours in which to be able to fly that person, that's a big difference.
The biggest thing you'd notice is that the citizens of Orange County and Orlando, Florida would suffer. They wouldn't have the benefit of us going out and actually capturing bad guys.
We pay property taxes, we pay sales tax. If the business wasn't here, that tax base would go away.
Recently we had 2 businesses come, and both entrepreneurs told me that were it not for the airport, they wouldn't be here.
Your airport is an asset worth protecting. Please join us in that effort to preserve America's community airports. We owe it to the future generations to protect one of the greatest privileges, the freedom to fly.
We are really fortunate to have an airport that supports what we're doing here. The airport's been amazing.